All right, welcome to HeroQuest fans. Okay, so once again, it looks like everything had to be reset, but I think we're all set now. So we're live on Twitch.tv/HeroQuest fans, not live on YouTube, but thanks for supporting us either way. Thank you, Ribby, for that support. That's awesome. Appreciate it. And we've got some heroes here tonight. We're playing Crypt of Perpetual Darkness. Of course, shout out to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio for the music. Check out his stuff on YouTube. And we're playing Joe Manganiello's very proprietary, very mythic Crypt of Perpetual Darkness. This is going to be Quest 6. And we've already got Glasgow Gargoyle here as the elf, and we've got Bohemius. Welcome, gentlemen. And Bohemius,
Good evening.
What hero would you like? Evening. Bohemius, are you here? He might not be here yet. That's okay. Or he might be muted.
Toilet break.
Yeah. So, I guess we could talk real quick. The latest news was that the what are they calling them? The crystal inclusion dice for Jungles of Deltarak are coming out December 1st.
Oh yeah, I've got them on pre-order. Is that right? Is it the same thing? I've got the Jungles of Delthrak set coming. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, so to clear up any confusion, because I caused a lot of it, apparently, me and Ash did, Ash and I. So the dice that they gave away free, the Mountain Dew dice, the yellow dice at Gen Con and at the Wizard stores when they were doing those demos, which are over, unfortunately, those dice are not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the green ones that have like the red, dark red images, and they have like the glitter and the ink inside the tin. They're for Jungles of Deltarak, obviously. They're branded very similar to like how the Dreadveil dice were branded for Rise of the Dreadmoon, and those are long ago sold out, unfortunately. Yeah, these new ones, it says Crystal Inclusion on the box, so they haven't really promoted that as this official title, but I guess that's what they're called.
Yeah, I pre-ordered them on Hasbro Pulse like maybe about a week ago or so. But really quickly, I think they weren't available again.
Oh, so they sold out. Well, I know with the Dreadveil.
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know someone else pointed out that they couldn't get them. But I had no problem. I was maybe fairly quick. I noticed Always Bored Never Boring put up a post on YouTube about it, and I went right on and got them.
Well, I'm curious. I know you're a premium member of Hasbro Pulse, aren't you? Because you always do the campaigns and stuff.
I am, but I do have to renew each year. I have to remember to. I don't auto renew.
Yeah.
But I renew. It's worth it because I like to get these HasLabs, these Star Wars HasLabs and such things. So it is worth it being a premium for me.
Yeah. So you and I are on opposite sides of it. I'm the grumpy guy that's like, listen, I like exclusives, but I don't, because I feel like they shouldn't be exclusive. I feel like everybody should have the same opportunity to get the stuff. I know. There's the limited runs and the stuff that wouldn't happen. I mean, I get all the arguments for why it should be that way, but I'm of the thing like, with this, if this is going to be a limited release, I'm just not going to buy it. That's me personally.
Yeah,
no offense to anybody who wants to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the thing where there's no right or wrong. It's like you understand all the arguments on both sides, and your brain tells you which side you're on.
Yeah. And I can. I guess this is how I make peace with the whole thing. It's kind of like microtransactions in these video games. Like, I get it when it's like a free game, and the only way that they keep going is by people clicking and buying little exclusive items. I don't like the whole play to win or pay to win type thing. People who have more money are just going to automatically be better at the game. But a lot of these games, the way they do it is they have like skins you can get, just cosmetic stuff. So if you want to pay extra for that, you can, but it doesn't affect gameplay at all. It's just, oh, look how cool I am. And so in a sense, this is like a microtransaction for HeroQuest where you can have fancy looking dice, but I mean, it's not like these dice are any better than the dice that you get with the basic game. It's just, if you want to buy the fancy dice, you can. And if you miss out,
Yeah,
nothing changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that I'm with you on the kind of instant payments thing on games. Like I'm not into that at all. I'm far too careful with my money for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's maybe a little bit different when you've got time to consider buying something online. And whereas the games, it's like, you know, you've got to make that snap decision. So I can see why they hook people in.
Yeah. Well, especially when it's limited time, it's like FOMO, fear of missing out. That could be a whole rant cast. But again, I get it. Like, you know, if it's one of those things that like either it's not going to happen at all or it's going to be limited, or they already know only a very small percentage of people are going to buy this, so why bother making it a, you know, a massive release and then having just huge cartons of unsold stuff just sitting in the bargain bin collecting dust. I mean, to me, if it were a mainstream release or if it was cheaper than it is, I'd get it immediately. Like I would, no questions asked. But when with it being limited, I'm like, I don't know. Like I had my opportunity, I had my chance to get a copy. I could have bought another box of Jungles of Deltarak, but I already had it, and I was like, if I bought it specifically to get the dice, somebody else was gonna like want it, and like, you know, they're missing out now. So I thought, I just won't do it.
So you've got some Jungles of Deltarak dice already from Gen Con?
No, no, I do not.
What are they? What are they? Oh, you don't? Sorry, I thought you did.
No. See, let me clear it up again here because I confuse everybody. So
I understand there's a difference between the Mountain Dew yellow dice and the Jungles of Deltarak dice, but I thought you managed to obtain both at Gen Con.
No, actually, no, that wasn't me. I did feature a lot of video clips and photos, so people probably thought that was me. No, that was Rob Champ. And I'm trying to think if Ribby got some as well. I don't recall. Maybe you could correct me on that. But yeah, other people got them, and I just showed pictures. But I myself, I just got a whole bunch of the Mountain Dew dice, and I've given them all away except for like 2 of them. Those are already promised to people, and I just haven't had time to mail them out. But yeah, once those are gone, I won't have any official dice from Gen Con. I'll just have one. But I'm okay with it because I think the designs aren't that great. But anyway, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was wondering. You've seen them up close and you've seen them roll and things. Like, what are they quite clear? Because I didn't like the look of even though I've not managed to obtain them, I didn't like the look of the Dreadvale dice. I thought they looked really unclear to play. Whereas I was wondering what the Jungles of Deltarak ones were like.
I feel like they've got the same problem. I think actually all of the giveaway dice and the exclusive dice have the same issue, which is that if you're sitting at a table and you're rolling the dice in front of your own face, it's fine. But if you're sitting across the table, and we're just assuming a standard size table, because, you know, judging by the size of the board, you know, 26 by 19 or whatever it is, it's hard to see what the other guy rolled. And I get it, right. Like, people aren't going to be cheating at HeroQuest. Like, oh, yeah, I got 6 skulls, guys. You know, it's like, no, you didn't. You know, but it's like, unless you're well, there's different ways you could handle it. You could have like a dice rolling tray in the middle of the board, I suppose, and just like roll it in front of everybody. You could do it that way. Everyone could like get up out of their chairs and run over to where you are and like look down. Of course, I mean, I'm an old guy, so it's like my eyesight isn't, you know, as good as it used to be. So you could say, well, that. But I think the problem is both with the Dreadvale and with these Jungles of Deltarak dice, and to a lesser extent, the Mountain Dew dice. The problem is there isn't enough contrast between the plastic that the dice is made out of and the symbols that are painted on. And the fact that it's transparent doesn't help at all. And so it doesn't matter if you've got a black background underneath or, you know, just the table or whatever. I mean, think about this. So at Gen Con, they had the lights were like super bright. If anybody has been to like, I'm just going to use a stereotypical example. Like you go to the makeup aisle at like a store and everything's super bright. And the reason is because, you know, you're buying your makeup, you want to be able to see how it looks. So the exhibit hall at Gen Con, the lights were super bright. So you can see everything really clear on the table. And even then it was hard. And the tablecloth that they used was paper, but I mean, it was like bright red paper. So imagine the dice on a bright red background, and still it's hard to see. So I think when I look at the dice, okay, the basic dice are white with black symbols. Perfect. Easy to distinguish immediately, instantly. Oh yeah, it's a black shield. Oh yeah, that's a skull. Easy to see. Same thing with the retail dice that they've released so far. So the Frozen Horror dice were transparent blue with white symbols, but the blue is dark, a little bit darker, so it's not like 100% clear, like it's just floating in the invisible space. You can tell the symbol right away. Same thing with the orange dice in Props 2 Telor. You know, orange with white symbols. So again, white with the deep color. Same thing with Spirit Queen's Torment, green dice with a white symbol. So I think a few people have shown, like, they took the Dreadveil dice and they just like got some white paint and just like repainted the symbols. It looked 100% better. But what's the point of buying these rare, expensive, collectible dice when you're just gonna like modify them anyway? So it's kind of like, Yeah. I was saying, I mean, like chrome silver or something. You know, they could have.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that would look good, I think. I mean, what my group have done is, because we now have retail-wise, we've now got 4 different color dice. You know, not including Jungles of Delthrak, not including Dreadveil. But I really wanted all my players to have different colored dice because we're all rolling into this tray, and I just wanted everyone to be really clear what everyone's dice were. So I did get one set of different dice which looked really cool. It was the kind of red, almost a little bit of a marble effect through them, but they're red with white symbols. Got them on Etsy, and they are lovely dice, and they've kept really well. They've been rolled lots, and they've kept good. So
not to out
that's
him
pretty
here,
good.
but
I kind of wondered whether my Jungles of Delthrak might replace them, but it doesn't sound like it.
Are these is that Victory Designs that we're thinking of?
No. Although maybe Forges of Nuln, maybe.
Okay, because there's like 2 or 3 people that I've seen that are selling dice, and it's like, okay, well, hopefully they don't get into trouble. I mean, their dice are a different enough color. It's like, it's obviously not, these aren't the official dice, but I mean, they're pretty good quality. So, I mean, anyway.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
But
I've got my own Victory Designs because I'm looking forward to getting the power dice to use them as level ups and such, a bit like we do online. But I haven't got any of those yet. But
yeah, the only
looking forward to getting some of those.
Yeah, the Victory Designs ones, so far I've seen, I mean, if you look carefully at them, you can tell he just painted it by hand. It's not, he or she, I don't know. But, it's hand-painted. It's not, like, factory stamped or whatever. But it's pretty good. The only thing that I'm leery about is getting any of the transparent dice, because it's a different material, and I know some of the official ones have cracked. People have reported that, and it's like, okay, that could be a factory fault. Maybe there's an air bubble in there. But it's like, okay, well, but those are like Hasbro's high, factory standards, and it's like, these are just guys doing it on their own. So I would think maybe maybe there's an even greater chance that they're going to be broken. So I'm like, you're taking a gamble. But yeah, it's good to hear that the ones that you're using haven't like cracked at all. I mean, I'm assuming you're not like wearing white gloves and rolling them individually onto a pillow. You're just, I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's like 5 of us around the table, and we're rolling them into one of these trays, like a D&D tray, like, the kind of this kind of felt surface, and you kind of fold up the sides and clip them. So that's the kind of thing we're rolling it onto. But they've all been rolled now. Well, at least hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times,
and they're holding up. That's good. Yeah, I'm not saying you're going out and playing some illegal game of craps, in your alley, and you're just chucking them onto concrete. Like, they're probably not going to survive long that way. But at the same time, it's like, I think, to me, it has to be functional. Like, the Dreadveil dice are the kind of dice, it's like, I buy it, looks cool. I don't know when I would use them. Whereas,
I mean, to be honest with you,
roll them, play them, enjoy them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Dreadveil dice, which I haven't got and maybe won't ever get, and the Jungles of Delthrak dice are for me just as a collector. They're not going to have any functional use.
They're pretty,
just because they are. Yeah, they look nice, and they'll be part of my collection. But yeah, it's only because they're not very clear. They just won't get used. So I'll just have them as in my collection.
Yeah. So no offense to Fanroll, who is the company that's contracted to make these dice, but it's just like, I don't know. Maybe if they did a little bit more testing to say like, okay, can people actually see these and understand them, in actual gameplay? Because yeah, dice as a work of art is like its own category. It's kind of like people who paint miniatures and never like use them in a game. They just put them on, behind glass, put them on the mantelpiece. That's fine, but for me it has to be functional. So yeah, I'm just kind of right there. But there are people out there that have made their own Dreadvale dice. It's like, well, I might be more inclined to modify those. Like, hey, why are you painting the symbols in purple? Why not just do like, white or chrome silver, or something that's a little easier to see. Hey, Sikashem. Well, guys, I think we've talked a lot about dice, but Bohemius, are you back with us?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you been here the whole time? Or?
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, I was like,
you were going.
Oh, okay.
You were talking about the dice. So I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay. Do you have a strong opinion about this? Do you feel good that you got snubbed on the dice rolling tray? It's a rhetorical question.
I don't know, because I was not planning to buy it anyway, because I think it's a collector item. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not here for the collection. Here for the content.
There you go. Well, $40 or whatever it is.
And yes, and like you said, is actually a reskin. It's a skin, like in a video game.
Skin, yeah, exactly. Well, $40 could go towards another expansion box.
No, I'm not judge. I don't judge the people that want it. Okay, because if they want the skin, they can have it. Okay, just I'm not interested. Okay. I understand the collectors. Okay. I am another kind of person. I have other goals. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so Sikashem has the detail. So I'll admit that when I go on Etsy, I'll just type in HeroQuest and I get like dozens and dozens of results. And there's people selling all kinds of like HeroQuest like stuff, unofficial. Some of it's kind of like, these guys are probably going to get a C and D, and then other people, it's like, oh, this is, perfectly legit. But yeah, you've got people selling wooden dice, plastic dice, big dice, small dice, rounded corners, pointed corners, see-through dice, solid dice, power dice, with the different colors, more black shields, more skulls, just everything you can imagine. But I might be getting it wrong, but I thought Victory Designs was selling plastic dice with pointed corners using the remake symbols. So they look a lot like the official ones, the modern ones. They're inscribed.
Yeah.
But the images, or the faces of the dice, if you will, are actually painted. And to me, because I have some, I don't know where they are, but to me, it looks like somebody took a really fine paintbrush and painted it on there. So I'm not talking about, maybe I was being a little confusing. Handcrafted. Well, I don't know how it all works, but here I'll use an example. So the Spiel Warren Saloon, German website, that is where I originally found the so-called power dice. People started calling them that, the power dice. So you've got the black dice that have an extra skull. You've got the green dice that have an extra white shield, etc. Those, it looks like he just bought like probably a mass quantity of like blank plastic dice in various colors, and then he took some kind of stamp. I'm just imagining like a rubber stamp that has like paint on it, and then just like press it into each side, which it must have taken forever. Maybe he's got a machine that does it, I don't know, but that's what it looks like to me. So, there's people who say, well, I don't like painted dice because the paint could wear off over time. The oil from your hands, etc. So unless you put a clear coat on it. Laser etched. So I've seen some that look like, not from Victory Designs, but somebody else, where it's like you can see it's like it's inscribed in there, but there's like striations in there. So I don't know if it's like almost like it's been carved in there, like there was a machine that like drilled into it or something. Yeah, Spielwarren Saloon. Laser etched. Yeah, I don't know what laser etching actually looks like, to be honest with you. But to me, it doesn't really matter because you've however you've made the indentation, then you add something to fill in the color. So you've got black dice and you've got white symbols. So you've cut the skull symbol into it, however you did it, maybe with a laser, and then you've got white paint and you put the white paint into the grooves. So I guess there's a lot of ways you could do it. You could have a machine that like sprays it on there and then you just wipe it off, the excess. Or maybe you just get a paintbrush out and you dab it in there. To me, it looked like somebody took a paintbrush. So by the same token, if you bought those and you didn't like the way it looked, you could just take your own paintbrush and do it. Because the paint is inside there, it's in that indentation. It's like in the groove or the ditch or the trough or whatever you want to call it. Then as you roll it, that's not going to wear off. Whereas it might when the paint is just applied directly to a flat surface. You know what I mean? So I think all the inscribed dice are going to last longer. The only question is the integrity of the plastic itself good enough that it's not going to like crack from all those impacts as you're rolling it on your table, you know, for months at a time. Hey, Daring Paw. Do I play vanilla? Well, no, I don't think I ever have. When you say vanilla, like I play HeroQuest, but since we started playing, we've always had some interpretation of the rules, you know, and it's different from someone else's interpretation. So yeah, we do on this stream, we do layer on various house rules, but they're really simple. And a lot of them, if you don't want to, you don't have to abide by them. So let me give an example. So one is when there's no monsters on the board, you can just roll, or you don't have to roll to move. You can just do your full movement. So if you normally roll 2 dice, you can move 12 squares. But I'm not saying you have to do that. So when it's your turn and there's no monsters on the board, I'll allow you to, but since I'm Zargon. But if you want to still roll your dice, by all means, go ahead. I'll allow you to jump over a square if you think there might be a trap there, even if you haven't searched. You can try to jump over the square, but you don't have to. You can just go around it, go forward without rolling. I mean, that's up to you. So now some of the stuff is going to be imposed upon you in the sense that, like, if I draw an elite monster, you're fighting an elite monster. You don't have the option to say, well, he's not elite when I fight him. But yeah, as Zargon, I explained it. It's pretty easy. So we have house rules, but you're, of course, welcome. It's easy to learn. We'll explain. I read small work first. Small CNC. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is I've seen some dice out there on Etsy that looks almost as good as the official stuff. So I suppose they'll always have a market unless they get shut down. As long as Hasbro is not, or Fanroll is not putting out all the options they want. So if people want pink dice, well, they're not selling pink dice. So some fan is going to make it and sell it, some independent developer. If you want dice that have the old symbols, the classic, skull and everything, someone's got you covered. If you want wooden dice instead of plastic, somebody's got you covered. If you like the rounded corners, I actually prefer those. Somebody's got you covered. So, yeah. I mean, Hasbro could try to, I guess, fulfill all those needs, but at this point, I think we've all pretty much surmised that Avalon Hill has a smaller budget, smaller workforce than Wizards of the Coast even. So the fact that they're able to do as much as they can, or as much as they have done, is probably as much as we can expect right now. So, yeah. All right, do we have any more heroes tonight? We're about to get started here. Otherwise, I'll have Bohemius and Glasgow divide them up. We can always have somebody else join later. Why are we in BRB screen? So Daring Paw sounds like he's ready to get started. So I hear you. This is not a talk stream. This is a game stream. So yeah, we'll get started here. First thing to do though is we have the buying phase. So if you guys want to just remind me what heroes you want. So Glasgow's got the elf. How about you, Bohemius?
I get the druid.
Druid, okay. So we got the elf and the druid, and then what other heroes do we want? Because we should have at least 4 for this adventure. Unless you want the extra challenge.
The knight.
Or hold on. What am I saying? If you guys want to just try out with 2 heroes, and then we could just add more heroes as people go, we could do it that way. That would give other newcomers more of a choice.
We can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, this quest looks so easy that we always split up anyway, so we can try. If
Jacer says
it's
night.
okay.
Jacer?
Jacer is coming.
Okay, well, hey, that's 3. Okay, so we've got a knight. Excellent. Paladin. Well, Daring Paw, are you for real going to join us? Because if so, I can give you a paladin. I'm not opposed to that. If you, Daring Paw, a really good way to join us. Oh, we're doing an ad here. I'll let him know. I'll let him know to join the Discord with us. Yeah, sorry guys, we started a little late because of some technical issues anyway, so. Oh. Oh, he's not going to play. He's just making a suggestion. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I misunderstood. No big deal. Yeah, I do have a paladin character I designed. We haven't used him in a long time. Not on these streams. But okay, but we do have a knight now. That'll be Jacer. Okay, and what do we want to do for turn order?
The elf first, the knight second, and the druid last.
What do you think, Glasgow? You like that? I don't care.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's go over it then before we begin the adventure proper. We do have the shopping phase. So Joe, I'm just gonna take your picture off there. Shout out to Joe Manganiello. Okay. Oh, elf spells. Looks like last time you had Hypnotic Blaze, Flashback, and Earth. Do you want to continue with that or change it?
Yeah, let's just stick with that, thanks.
Okay, so you've got 460 gold. And Bohemius, as the druid, you have 50 gold. And it looks like Jacer the knight has 980 gold. And so we've got the alchemist shop here. The only things being sold are the potion of restoration for 500, potion of dexterity for 100, potion of battle for 200, and venom antidote for 300. Okay, P. Dixie. Yeah, and as before, I mean, how much time do you guys have? Do you want to go later than 4:15? I mean, we can always.
I mean, I've got a
I
couple
got
of
no
hours.
problem.
Okay. Yeah, I always try to stick to that. I mean, if we can't start on time, at least we can finish after time. Can I have a potion of battle and dexterity for $300? Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, so battle and dexterity for Jacer. Okay, so that'd be 300 less. Okay, so the knight has 680 left. So I don't know if you guys
Yeah, could I also buy one for one dexterity?
wanted to help out Bohemians here. Okay, so one dexterity, so that's 100. So you're at 360. What, elf?
Yeah, I'll go for a battle as well. So I'll just do the same as Jacer.
Ah, yes. Okay, so you're at 160 now. So Glasgow the elf has 160, and the druid Bohemius has 50. And just to review what you've got from last time, of course, everybody's body and mind points are restored to normal. All used spells are returned. The druid has a +2 healing, a +4 healing, a potion of warmth, a potion of restoration, that's 1 body point, 1 mind point. Bohemius, do you recall having a potion of defense?
I should have 2 restoration. Yeah, I got 1 defense too.
Yes, you've got 2 of those. Okay. Alright. Just make sure I've got that correctly written down on your sheet here. Alright, do we want to buy anything else at the moment?
I got also 2 magic resist and one antidote.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. No, I'm broke. No, can't buy anything.
All right, but you've got 5 different healing potions. It looks like, so it's not bad, not bad at all.
No, I'm not in a bad spot. Absolutely.
Plus, you've got your spells as well. So there's that.
Yeah, could you just run through what I have potions wise?
Yep. Okay, so the elf has +2 healing, superior restoration, 1d6 healing. He also has potion of alchemy, dexterity, battle, magic resistance against damage. It's not really a potion, but a spell scroll of heal body. He had the skeletal key, the elven bracers. Do you want me to go through your equipment as well, or?
No, that's okay. I'm pretty confident about my equipment. Also, could you just check? I've got wrote down from before, but maybe this changes quest to quest. I've got feint.
Oh, your skill.
Fate skill.
Yeah, those skill cards, those combat cards. What I've chosen to do is, here's another house rule. So we've got these just go away. It's use them or lose them. And the only characters that get them automatically are the barbarian and the dwarf. Everybody else, it's only if the people in the chat buy them for you, using the free gold coins. So yeah, you can just cross those off. Okay. Well, if there's no more shopping, let me quickly read the storyline to you here, and we'll get started on the quest. Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, Quest 6, The Tomb of Hate. The hair on your arm stands up straight on end, as if you had just been jolted by a minor shock of lightning. Minor shock of lightning. And then it hits you, the fetid stench of death. You reflexively start taking shallow breaths in as you step forward into this cold and depraved level. The moisture in your breath turns cold. As you draw your weapons and step forward, spectral hands swing the heavy iron door shut and bolt it from the other side. Well, once you get through the door. Something terrible must lie ahead of you, and it knows that you are here. Find your way past this level with as much expediency as possible. All right, heroes. Begin at the iron door. Elf, you're first.
Okay, let's take a step inside.
All right. Fetid stench of death, cold breath, iron door. Okay, so immediately you step forward and see a stone wall and right in your face. Now to the south, you do see a door. Elf should start with 8. You may be right. Let's see. Does he have the... Yes, he does. Thank you, Jacer, for the correction. I keep wanting to make him weaker. But you've got the elven bracers. So you're at 8 body points. Okay, so you do see a closed door to the south here. And that's all you see for the moment.
Okay, can I search this corridor for traps, please?
Okay, you search the corridor for traps. The floor looks weak. The floor looks weak. All right, Glasgow.
All right, thank you.
All right, movement and action. Yeah, so Daring Paw. Yes, Daring Paw, I agree with you. It's called HeroQuest Master Edition. So if you're on Steam and you own Tabletop Simulator, which I want to say is like $20, you can download. Yeah, it's inside the workshop. So they have these mods that you download, and one of them is called HeroQuest Master Edition. It has a pretty decent HeroQuest thing. The only reason we don't use Tabletop Simulator more on the stream, which is to say hardly at all, is because one, it's got a really high learning curve. So anytime somebody joins, they've got to like figure out how to use the whole interface if they don't already. So that can take hours to kind of get used to it. Plus, if you don't have it, I mean, you're just playing the same way anyway, and you have no interaction. So it sounds like a good idea on paper, but we just have had better luck using the... Plus, I like, using the physical stuff, but that's me. But if that's what you prefer, hey, no big deal. You do use what works best for you. One is usually in and the other out, but not much difference. Yeah, so a lot of the expansions, so instead of using just these doors, you'll use the iron door or the steel door to like begin the quest, and then the wooden door to exit the quest. That was something from Keller's Keep: Return of the Witchlord. And most of the expansions kind of adopted that, so yeah. Oh yeah. Well, in Tabletop Simulator, they have like simulated cardboard standees. They also have like animated characters, and then they have ones that just look like, 3D renders of plastic. So they've got all kinds of options. So yeah, you could say, that's only $20 instead of buying the physical game and pointing cameras at it. But like I said, you got to learn the interface. You got to download the mods and install them properly, and hope that the servers are still up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's got its drawbacks, but some people really love it. And I think on the other HeroQuest Discord, they're just called HeroQuest. instead of HeroQuest fans, they love that, and all they do all day is just arrange games in Tabletop Simulator. So if that's what you like, definitely check them out. I don't have an invite here to post for you, but somebody else would. Okay, so the knight comes in and tries to disarm the southernmost trap. Alright, and he rolled a white shield. It has been disarmed successfully. Yeah, sorry, Jacer, didn't mean to miss your turn there. Okay, so the pit trap is disarmed. Cool thing about Tabletop Simulator is that you can throw anything into it, like D&D monsters or dice. Yeah, it's a poor man's dream, because for $20 and some patience, you can do anything. You don't have to buy all this stuff. But I figure, hey, I did buy this stuff, so I want to use it. That's what I'm doing. And if you've got a good enough computer, the contrast could be pretty good. You know, you could be signed in, you could be looking at like this corner of the board over here while I'm all the way over here doing stuff. Whereas with this, like, I control the camera, so you can't be looking at something else if I'm not choosing to focus on it. So there's that. Yeah, so there's lots of different things. Now if I'm streaming it, yeah, you're still in the same boat. Okay. After the knight, we have the druid. Bohemius has been waiting patiently for his turn.
The druid goes in front of that door and open it. Open the door.
Okay. 8 squares down to the door. So yeah, if anybody wants to join us mid-quest, just let me know. We can get you a hero. Alright, you open the door. What do you see? Alright, inside the room you see a number of things. There is a weapons rack here, as well as a couple of skeletons. Back in the 90s, I had the entire game and the expansion and then borrowed it to a friend and never got it back. See, yeah, that's a common story. Sorry to hear that. Pay that friend a visit. Just don't escalate. Probably sold it at a garage sale. Some other lucky kid got it. Well, the good news is that stuff can be acquired pretty cheaply these days, if you don't mind getting the remake edition. All right.
I roll the movement to see how much
boxcar.
Much I have left. So I'm going 1 square south and shoot with the crossbow. They're gonna be.
Oh, I should probably see if these guys are elites or not.
Yeah, equip also the shield.
Okay, they're just normal skeletons. All right, so you're firing at that one there.
Yep.
All right, let's get some fight music going. Call Casey once again.
2 skulls.
Ooh, powerful. Yeah, kids can be cruel. They can be irresponsible. Got him. Skeleton crumbles. Daring Paw, I think he lied to me and told me his younger sister fell on all of it. Didn't make much sense. Fell, like, yeah, like she did the Macho Man Randy Savage like elbow drop onto the board. Like I could see that happening. Probably broke like 80% of it, but there might have been some left. Well, it's forgiven, but not forgotten. All right, well done. My turn. All right, skeleton pursues you and attacks. Yeah, these red dice are the same as the white dice. They're just a different color, so it's easier to tell. So 1 skull, roll your defense. So you got your shield out. Cha-ching! No damage. Well, and a lot of these house rules were designed to basically give the heroes a fighting chance when we were playing Frozen Horror and Mage of the Mirror, because those are absurdly unfair as written. And also just the fact that we were going through so many quests. It's like, just keep it interesting. Keep it unexpected, surprising, novel. Okay, so you deflected his attack. I don't have anything else to do, so back to the elf.
Alright, so we'll roll for movement.
Yeah, we use the virtual dice here because it gives people more interaction. The fact that they're not physically here with me, and you get to see something cool on screen. So I'm not rolling like, 10 sets of dice. It's fun at first, but by the end of the night, it gets kind of a little bit much to be rolling for everybody and myself. So we skipped leg day. That's all right. Where do you want to go?
Alright, so let's move 4 south, and we'll take out the longbow and take a shot.
Alright. This bag of bones. It's not going to know what hit him. Dang. Yeah. Normally skeletons like skulls, but there's really nothing he can do about that. Oh man. The best roll he could have gotten,
though.
And still destroyed him. Alright, you've eliminated the threat to your brethren. Okay, end the night. Move night into green room. Okay. I assume he must not be carrying the... Well, even if he was carrying the tower shield, I would have allowed him to do it with 7. 1d6 plus 1. Alright, searching for traps. Okay, Jacer, no traps detected in the green room. Alright, Druid.
Entering the green room, just south of the knight, and search for secret doors.
Alright. Good. Okay. Alright, you search for secret doors in the room. No secret doors detected.
Okay, your turn.
Alright, I'll draw a card. So now, the way I do this is for Daring Paw. I have this Evil Wizard deck. Some people call this the Zargon deck. That's what I call it. When there's no monsters on the board, I draw one of these cards secretly. And I'll update the little threat counter there to let you know I've got some of these cards. Also, the audience can buy these for me. But yeah, I can play these immediately or when I feel like it. So it's kind of cool. But the rule I hold to myself is I only get 3 of these at a time. So if I draw another one, I've got to discard or use another one. So that's how I do it. Now these cards, I can have as many of these as I accumulate. So, but these I only get if people actually buy them for me. These chaos cards. So these are the threat cards. So I draw one. All right, and I'll play it immediately. So, Creeping Darkness. A strange darkness prevents you from using magic. So from now until the end of my turn, you don't get to use spells or spell scrolls. Alright. Elf. Alright, Glasgow. Hey. Alright. Thanks, Wardicon. So we just got a bonus skill card for the elf. He wanted one. Alertness. Ah, yeah, my man. Helping out the bad guys. So I get a chaos card. Oh yeah. Let me just... I will definitely keep that.
Well, thank you for the skill.
Yeah, go ahead with your turn, if you would.
All right, so I'm just going to come into the green room and stand to the north of the knight.
Okay.
And I'll do a search for treasure.
Ah, yes. Okay, well, you have your choice. Do you want to draw from the treasure deck, or do you want to draw from the equipment deck? Because there is this fine weapons rack in front of you. Another house rule.
Let's draw from the treasure deck.
All right. He's already got all the equipment he needs. Wandering monster. All right. In this quest, the wandering monster is a mummy.
Mummy. Can you remind me what alertness actually does?
Ah. That would let you avoid the Wandering Monster card. You want to use it?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and use that. Yeah, let's just let's nullify the Wandering Monster.
All right, the mummy appears, but then it just kind of like fades away into nothing. I guess it was just an illusion. Well done.
All right, I'll pass to the knight.
You did that thing that Gimli did in the movie where he's like blowing, he's like, and the stuff is like going away.
Yeah, that's a brilliant scene. It actually makes you feel out of breath when you're watching that scene.
Yeah, it's like, oh man. Okay, so we got a bonus treasure search from Mordecon. Thank you. So that'll be we incorporate a lot of house rules with these redemptions. Okay, and we got a bonus monster for Zargon. Nice. Mummy Morgana. Yep. Yeah, those are pretty common these days.
Can I use the bonus search?
Yeah, Jitzer.
Hello.
Yeah. We hear you loud and clear. Yeah, if you want to use the bonus search, that'd be good. Let's see. Gold. A meager haul of just 10 gold coins is found in the pocket of a worn, smelly jerkin.
Can I search the weapon rack for treasure?
With your regular search, certainly.
Yes.
So you're at 690 gold. All right. Okay? So you're trying to draw an equipment card. A helmet.
Can I pass the helmet to the druid? I know he can't wear it, but he might be able to sell it. Maybe buy bracers at some point.
Sure.
I got bracers, but yes, I need money.
Oh, you do? All right.
You can always
I need money anyway.
Yeah. Well, you can always watch the replay, and we'll edit out all the nonsense as we're trying to get things set up here during pause. So, yeah, check us out on YouTube, XSC3 Home of HeroQuest fans. I'm sorry, Bohemius. What was that?
No. It's something stupid. I need a leather helmet that is in.
Oh, yes.
Rise of the Blood Moon.
Oh, it's like Good Dog was talking about, one of those rare wooden helmets. Like the samurai helmet.
No, it's a leather helmet. It's not metal.
Football helmet. Yeah. Old style football. What we call football.
May I go in the corridor there and go south 3 spaces and have a look?
Okay. He goes to the corner. Yeah, have a good night, man. Thanks for checking us out. All right. So, down the hall, you see some things. Let's reveal what you see. You see a stone wall separating off this section here. Here. And there's also a closed door here. And there's a skeleton here.
All right, I'll end my turn there.
All right. I can put your helmet on you if you want. We got the two different, or two of the different Guardian Knights. The one on the right is from Rise of the Dread Moon, of course, which I personally think looks cooler, but you know, you get the unhelmeted version. This is the Commander, this is the regular Space Marine, so to speak, if we were playing Space Crusade. All right, Druid.
Search for treasures.
Love that design. Okay, searches for treasure, and are you searching the weapons rack or the treasure deck?
Let's loot the rack.
All right. Okay, so you search the weapons rack for equipment. Find a staff. I guess if you ever throw your spear away, you'll have still have a diagonal weapon. Okay. All right, my turn.
Yeah, just move behind the.
I forgot your movement.
The knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget to move. Just 2 squares going outside. Just move 2 outside of the door. That's it. Your turn.
No roll necessary. Okay. So the Creeping Darkness has ended. Skeleton. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Is it an elite? Is it a fleet-footed skeleton? No. Let's see here. It is an elite skeleton. Six. Yep. So it's going to move 6 squares to the door to guard it. Now, if someone were to upgrade him into a maybe into a ranged skeleton, that would be interesting. But I'd have to grab those guys because I forgot to grab them. But anyway, okay, that's my turn. Heroes. What do you think, Glasgow? 5?
Okay, so let's go down to the south corridor and we'll move a full 5 past the knight. We'll take another shot at the elite skeleton.
All right. Two skulls. Ching! No damage. Shrugs it off.
Touche.
All right. Knight. All right. Jacer gets a 4. And this is because of your tower shield?
The tower shield.
Okay, so 4 + 1, you get 5 movement.
I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces and shoot at the skeleton with the crossbow.
Excellent. All right, rolling defense. Ching, the other one hits. Crumbles. Got him.
All right, and I'll end my turn there.
Okay. All right, Bohemius.
The druid goes in front of the door and opens it.
Door opens, revealing the room. You're greeted by a pair of Chaos Warriors. Let's see if they're elites or not. Nope. Nine. Well, what will you do?
Sorry, my mic was off.
You're speechless.
So I
Fates
moved.
of such
I
evil.
moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can move one extra square. I'm going to move 1 square to the left. And cast. Do I cast something? No. Yeah, cast Bear Form. The shapeshift.
All right. I always think of Altered Beast, the video game. It's like with the fire. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. So now he has the bonus, the boosted strength and defense. All right, the Chaos Warriors are going to move into attack. 1, 2, 3. This one strikes at the bear. He has no fear. 2 skulls.
Yeah, use 1 potion of defense.
Okay, so you roll 2 extra.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
My bad luck is phenomenal. Okay.
Alright, 2 damage. Let's see, you rolled the correct number of defense dice though, right? It was 1 bonus for the spell and 2 for the potion, and still.
And the shield and everything.
And the shield.
No.
Power down. Cut you down to size. Okay. The other Chaos Warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, this Chaos Warrior goes into attack the Knight. Now, guard yourself for true. 1 skull only. Too bad I wasn't a hero. Trying to move this camera here, make it a little bit easier to see. Dang, what's with all the skulls tonight? Okay, well, he blocked it. Ka-ching! It's like Mentorbot is in an attack kind of mood. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for the bad guys. Let's see. Got so you can kind of see a little bit better. All right. Except I'm blocking the elf. Elf.
Okay, okay, the elf's going to cast Pass Through Rock on himself. Let's go 2 west, 5 north.
Okay, into the yellow area. Thankfully, it's a room. So the room is revealed. There's a door. There's a throne. Torture rack. And 2 more Chaos Warriors. No leads, though. All right. Is that it?
No, let's go 1 more west and open the door.
Okay. Daring little elf. Little. Okay, open the door. It's like maximum exploration, I get it. Okay, inside you see Some type of evil altar. And some enemies. Skeleton. Another skeleton. And a mummy. See if they're elites or not. Yep, the mummy's an elite.
Yeah, and I'll step one more north. Okay, let's
Wait.
pass to the night.
Did you get 9 or 10?
I got 9.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. Okay, night. Down here.
I'm gonna attack with my longsword, Fortune's longsword.
Fortune's longsword. Of course, that artifact is recharged from last quest. So 2 skulls. Two black shields. Cha-ching! No damage to the enemy.
Alright, I'll take 1 step back.
Alright, and the druid.
Okay, the druid use the battle axe.
Alright, so dropping the shield for the moment.
2 skulls.
Excellent. Chaos Warrior defends. No, he doesn't. 2 hits. Alright. The enemy's heavily damaged. Five.
So I'm going to move 5 square to the left.
Okay. Seeing down or up the double corridor.
Yep.
Just mentioning, if you're watching us or listening to us live, we do have hero slots open. If you want to join us, hop into the Discord. It's the easiest way. And HeroQuest fans. Okay, what do you see? Quite a few things, actually. You see a stone wall here. And you see some more monsters. A skeleton right here. And a few zombies. Let's Let's check and see if they're elites. Right. Okay, the skeleton is an elite.
I could not see that skeleton prior my. Oh, never mind.
Well, as soon as you moved, yeah, I guess here you would have seen.
Okay. Pass.
All right. Thank you for setting up just perfectly for me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I should probably attack you first. Alright, the wounded Chaos Warrior limps towards you and attacks. One skull. It's not going to be as easy to kill you as I thought. Ching. No damage. Alright, let's take the elite skeleton down here to attack you. One skull. Ching! No damage. He's holding his own so far. Alright, these zombies lurch forward. 1, 2, 3 to attack. One skull. Ching! No damage. Alright, this other zombie goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like taps the other zombie on the shoulder. Hey, in my turn. The other zombie just goes. Kind of shrugs him off. Alright, what else do we have here? Quite a lot of monsters now. So yeah, if anybody wants to join in, let us know. Okay, so this Chaos Warrior is going to step forward and attack the Knight. 2 skulls. We know what they say, always split the party, right? Do more damage that way. Okay, you managed to deflect one of them. Ching! And then the other one hits you. So the Knight takes damage. Okay, we've got other monsters on the board here too. This Chaos Warrior steps forward to attack the elf. Two skulls. Joe's not playing around tonight. Ching, and a hit. Through your defenses. Okay, the other Chaos Warrior. 1, 2. Sneaks in to attack the elf. 3 skulls. Ching! Combo breaker! Alright. Wrestling move. Another one of our house rules.
Yeah, I'm going to go for an illegal wrestling move. I'm going to try to shove my skeleton key through the mask of the Chaos Warrior.
Alright. You do it. Ah! He throws his hands up, but yeah, the ref didn't see it. You hear a few boos in the background, but you know, you got away with it. Okay. Well, there's other monsters. Let's see. This skeleton. It's gonna back up 1. Yeah, I think that other skeleton is gonna just stay put. And something strange happens. The iron door, you hear somebody fiddling with the lock. And an orc comes in. Huh? He looks around, and then the door bolts behind him. Oh well. So he's got his sword out. He's hunting heroes. Okay, that's it. Back to the elf.
Okay, can I give Hypnotic Blaze a shot in this room? Let's cast that right now.
All right. Hypnotic Blaze. Well, since these are not undead, they can be affected by it, of course. And let's see, I've got to roll for their mind points. Just gotta check. So they have 3 mind points each. And I always got to check because it's if they roll more than their mind points, I always forget which one it is if they're affected.
I think if it's equal or less, they're unaffected.
Equal or less.
That way, the goblins that have one mind point,
sense.
they can depend on a 1.
Yeah. Equal or less. Okay. All right, we'll say left to right. Okay, so this one here is unaffected, but this one is affected. So the wounded one is still active. He sees through the illusion with his one good eye. Well, still an evil eye, but you know what I mean. Okay, and that'll last for 3 turns. The elf gonna do anything?
All right, I'll just end my turn there, and we'll pass to the knight.
All right, I'm going to try Fortune's Longsword against the Chaos Warrior that stepped next to me.
Okay.
Two.
All right, 2 hits.
All right, and I'll take 1 step back again. And I'll pass my turn to the druid.
Hey, druid. Equip shield the spear and cast fire breath on the Chaos Warrior.
Do you have Fire Breath? Yes, you do.
I got a ring.
The magic
Okay,
ring.
I do.
Oh, yes. This genuine magic ring right here says that I do. He says in a strange accent that no one recognizes. All right. Sorry, which one?
He's on the label.
Yeah. Authentic. Okay, which monster?
The Chaos Warrior.
All right. Boom.
This one.
You did not see
the
that
one with
coming.
1 life left.
Yeah, you didn't see that. I couldn't find the die that I usually use to keep track of the spell, so I'm just going to put those 3 counters there. Okay, so boom, right in his face. Got to roll 5 or 6 to avoid the damage. Failed. Toasty! Got him.
And then I roll for movement.
Okay. The fiery letters on the ring that were once so clear begin to fade until it appears just to be an ordinary ring.
So I'm going 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the right, and 3 north. Okay, pass.
All right. My turn. Okay, so that was once you cast the spell, goes to my turn. Okay, so that's still going. So this Chaos Warrior here, the one that's free, attacks the elf. Even at risk to himself. 3 skulls. Ching, 2 hits. Good thing he had those elven bracers. Okay. Alright, he's gonna move 1, 2. Giving the skeleton room to move in 1, 2. To attack the elf. 2 skulls. Ching! And 1 got through. So the elf is down to 4 body points. Skeleton's going to move forward to block the door. The knight or the druid? Alright, this Chaos Warrior is going to go into the room to attack the druid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two skulls, druid.
One.
Hey, Inklings. Or, yeah, 1 skull. Sorry.
Unless the druid's incorporeal. He's a ghost.
No. Okay, deflected it. Ka-ching! Problem. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's get the elite skeleton going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the zombie moves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zombie moves up. And the orc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He goes into the room with a weapons rack. And I'm going to attempt a villainous feat. If I succeed, he can grab a piece of equipment off the rack. He failed. He fumbled. Okay. Alright, heroes.
We just took all the good stuff.
Yep. Okay, we'll remove one of these. Alright, elf.
Okay, the elf's going to arm the Warhammer and wallop the Chaos Warrior.
Alright. Hammer time. Fantastic. 3 skulls. Oh, and he gets no defense, so got him.
Okay, and can I move round in a C shape behind the throne?
Okay. The elf behind the
Okay.
Uncommon
pass to
feat,
the knight.
hide.
Yeah.
Oh, like cover, like the cover card. It's concealment, not cover. Well, maybe against an arrow it would. Depends on what it's made of. Okay, all right, knight.
Let's go crossbow.
All right, go gadget crossbow.
All right, 1.
Okay, against
And
the.
that's an elite skeleton, right?
Yep. Got him.
Awesome. Quick roll for move.
His body collapses, of course, and the skull goes rolling down the hall. And you just kind of like stomp on it.
All right, perfect. 5 spaces. 4 down the hallway, and then 1 into that doorway.
Okay, by virtue of his knighthood, he gets the extra movement. He goes into the room.
All right, I'll end my turn there.
All right, druid. The embattled druid.
Yeah. The druid attack with the spear.
Okay. And does he have the shield again?
Yes. 1.
All right. Mighty spear. Got through. All right, you stab him with the spear. It goes through his armor in the little weak spot. He pulls himself along. He gets right in your face, and he's like, belches in your face, but you got him. It didn't do any damage, although it was pretty gross.
And move 1 square north and open the door.
All right. Door opens. You see a skeleton standing there.
Pass.
Okay. Skeleton immediately attacks. 1 skull. Combo breaker. All right, you get a wrestling move.
Wrestling move. What? Is a skeleton?
Yep.
Well, I got a femur in my bag, so I show the femur to the skeleton to distract him, pointing to his leg. Look, got your leg. When he look at his own leg, I hit him in the face with the femur.
His head goes flying, it bounces off the altar. The rest of the body just kind of staggers for a second and then like collapses.
4.
Mummy cracks his knuckles. Okay. Mummy marches forward. Comes to attack. 3 skulls. Some applause. Oh, dang. He's in a vendetta kind of move. Blocked it all.
I don't know if the same trick is going to work on the mummy.
He kind of shakes his finger back and forth like,
nope. Oh well, the femur we had to use it in some way, so we grab one of his bandage and start rolling.
He suddenly looks concerned. All right, he takes a little knife out of his bandages and he quickly cuts it off before you unravel him completely. But it did do some damage. Weakened his structural integrity.
Now I got an alpha roll of toilet paper.
Yep, it's good quality. Scooby-Doo style. Yeah, they spin around. You just see a whirlwind, and then it's just like nothing, nothing left underneath. But he's still standing. But yeah, he's quite embarrassed. Okay, well, it's still my turn. Man, what else? The Chaos Warrior's like, gesturing to the skeleton. The skeleton has no idea. It just kind of stands there. So it's like, I got to do it myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To attack the elf. Four skulls. I have you now. Oh man. And if that had been an attack, that would have been amazing. So 4 damage to the elf. And he's down. Oh. No. Well, you've got some choices.
Slumped over the throne.
Yep.
Okay, rather than accept death, I'll drink my. Let's go my superior.
All right. He had it ready to go. Gets up. Is that all you got? Get him up to the full 8. Okay. Chaos Warrior's like, good, I can beat you again. Alright. Skeleton just kind of stands there confused. Alright, the Orc, not giving up, decides again he's going to try to look for something in the weapons rack. This time he succeeds. Let's see what he gets. A
Orc's
great
Bane.
sword. Orc's Bane. Yeah, he cuts his hand with it. Whoops. Still sharp. And he slumps over. That'd be hilarious. He gets a great sword. Okay, so he's got an upgrade. He attacks with 4 dice. He's like, ha 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 ha. Let's see now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, well, let's see if he can take another action or not. Nope. All right. For now, he will just post up in the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I should just still have these zombies. 1, 2. To attack the knight. 2 skulls, knight. Cha-ching! No damage. Alright, the other zombie moves 1, and then something tells him to stop, so he does. Alright, heroes. Glasgow.
All right, I'll stick with the Warhammer and take a shot at the Chaos Warrior.
Right. Two skulls. He rolls defense. Ching! 1 gets through. He's only got 1 body point left. He's staggering. Still standing.
All right, we'll pass to the knight.
Okay, the knight.
Fortune's or long sword, and
Fortune's battle axe. Fortune's cannon. Fortune's longsword.
might as well make all of them, right?
Yeah, the Fortune collection was quite extensive before the funding was cut.
I mean, it's not that big of an upgrade. It's only once per quest.
Yeah, it's a reroll. Lucky shot. Okay, 2 skulls against the zombie. Ching!
Although if you did make one that was like maybe full luck, maybe it could recharge by doing something like where either like if you killed a monster with it, like it would recharge that way, or something lucky where rolling doubles or 3 skulls or something.
I know. You drink the Shamrock Shake and it gives it recharges all your reroll weapons. That could be kind of cool. Or one per shake. It's only available for a limited time. Not sponsored. Okay, so the zombie deflected everything.
I'm going to stay where I'm at.
He's not going to use the reroll. Doesn't bug him enough. Okay.
No, I mean, I got 2 skulls, which is better than average.
Alright, Druid. I can only use it in the month of March. Yeah.
The Druid equipped the battle axe.
Assuming the shake machine is working. Alright, it's got the mighty battle axe. 1 skull and a wrestling move. Let's see if I can deflect anything here. Ching, but the wrestling move still hits him. What's it going to be?
We finished this roll
Grab it.
with a spin,
Right.
Scooby-Doo style.
All right, so you grab the corner of the bandage. He's like, no, and you just, boom, you spin him like a top. And then there's just nothing but a pile of dust left over. Got him.
Then I move 2 squares adjacent to the skeleton.
Okay. Yeah, Scooby-Doo would be proud.
Okay. Your turn.
Did have a rule with the mummy that if you ever used any fire spell on it, it would automatically like disintegrate, but in his place would be a skeleton because all he has left was bones.
Oh, that's a cool.
Burns away. That way you can't really block it. So he's like just weak to fire, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't work on those really gooey, drippy mummies, but yeah, the dry ones definitely go up pretty quick. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna get the orc out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He sees the zombie. He's got his great sword in hand. That zombie is going to attack the knight. Missed. The other zombie. Okay, he just stays put.
Well, I was gonna say, can't the zombie move because he was already standing there? The one that attacked me.
Yeah, he's not going to. Oh, yeah, I could. Let's decide for the other one too. Okay, so this zombie goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets in the orc's face and attacks him. Missed. Okay. The orc's like, huh. Wimp. Okay, and then this skeleton attacks the druid. 1 skull. Ching, no damage. Alright, the Chaos Warrior attacks the elf. Two skulls. Ching, and 1 hit. Alright, that's it. Heroes. Glasgow, the elf.
Yeah, okay, so let's attack again. Sting with the Warhammer.
Three skulls. Excellent roll. Oh, no defense. He goes down. Ugh.
Sorry, that was meant to be a roll for movement. There, I'll try again.
All right. You get to move 1 white shield and 1 skull.
Sounds like good fun.
Like he
okay, let's
trips over his shield.
let's move
on the
down.
skull. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, let's move down beside the skeleton. So 1 east and then 3 south.
I certainly have no room to talk. I've definitely rolled some weird stuff in my time. Okay.
I saw it as he must cautiously move towards the undead.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Shield and skull.
an elf rolling a shield for movement is like Legolas using the
Surfboard.
using the shield board. Yeah.
Oh man, I was actually watching that movie last night, The Two Towers. So good. Yeah, I thought I'd just take out the Fellowship of the Ring and watch it, and then I thought, you know what, this is going to turn into a marathon. Like each night I'm going to watch another section, the extended edition, so like part 1, part 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, it's good stuff.
Brilliant stuff.
Yep. I'm also reading The Hobbit. Well, that'll be starting soon. I'm partway through the appendices of Lord of the Rings, so we're doing all that. And maybe if I've still got the energy when it's all done, I'll read the Silmarillion. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's ambitious. That's ambitious. Silmarillion, that's a tough read.
Yeah, it's like reading an encyclopedia as opposed to a... I mean, I guess it's got little stories in it, but... I see how Tolkien did it, though. It's like, okay, first you immerse yourself in story, and then it's like, yeah, do you want to know more about the world? Well, keep reading.
Yeah, it's more like an anthology than an encyclopedia, where like each piece is its own separate like story, but it does weave together and sometimes cross into other ones.
Because I flipped through it before. Like when the Rings of Power came out, I was like, okay, I want to know what that could have been in there, and so I was flipping around. But yeah, I haven't just read it from beginning to end before, and I realized that yes, it was something published after his death, but some form of that would have appeared had he lived another decade, probably.
Was it this year or last year that they just released more of this stuff?
Yeah, I think
it was edited and just released, I believe.
Yeah, because his son Christopher, who passed away, was it 2 years ago or 1 year ago? But he was curating like his father's stuff. So the whole idea, I originally thought, I didn't give the guy enough credit. I thought he was just trying to cash in on his father's legacy. Totally wrong. The plan was all along that there was going to be a history of Middle Earth, but he just didn't get very far. He kept revising it instead of releasing it. So yeah, it just never got finished. So the Silmarillion was kind of like a rough draft for all intents and purposes, but yeah, the history of Middle Earth, one of the volumes came out after Christopher Tolkien's death, so yeah, it's still going. But yeah, it's funny to think all that lore, like for the most history of the fandom, like didn't exist, like no one could read it, but now it's out there, so it's cool. It's pretty cool. But I think I'm just
we've got a search for Gollum film coming.
Oh man, a 2-parter. Yeah, I don't know about that. And the War of the Rohirrim cartoon and all this stuff. So, but anyway, I guess I'm just hoping that Lord of the Rings fans will be in a better position than some of these other fandoms, like Star Wars and Star Trek and Doctor Who, who've gotten some disappointments lately. Anyway, that's for a rant cast, probably. Sorry, I got off track. All right, where were we? So he did his movement.
Knight's turn.
And the knight.
The knight.
The knight. But yeah, there's more Lord of the Rings stuff coming out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right, we will go with Fortune's Longsword. 2 skulls.
All right, zombie. Ching, and a hit. Got him. All right.
All right, 3 squares north.
Yeah, 'cause it's 2 + 1. All right, Druid.
Battle axe again.
skulls. Yeah, he'll be hard pressed to beat that. Let's see. Ching. Got him. Shattered bone.
Yeah, I move 1 square north and pass.
Okay. Move closer to the sinister altar. Okay, my turn. Alright, the zombie stares at the orc, but doesn't attack him. The orc is like, thought so. He was past. 1, 2. As he's passing by the zombie, he like shanks it in the back with his sword, killing it. Okay. Alright, that's it. Heroes. Elf.
I can't remember. Does my elf have some sort of ability where he can look for spell scrolls in a sorcerer's table?
Ah. Yeah, I would say if there's no specific treasure, he has that ability. You could always search to find out.
Okay, let's roll for movement then. See if we can get into the room with the druid.
6.
Okay, let's go stand alongside the druid then, and we'll attempt to search the sorcerer's table for some interesting magic.
All right. You search carefully. You find all kinds of notes, evil plans scribbled out, just nasty stuff. But you do find a spell scroll of Tempest. And you find a spell scroll of Lightning. Lightning bolt. So either one of them could be used once.
All right, good find. Okay, on to the knight.
Nice. Thanks, Nameless. So we got another bonus treasure search. And a Chaos Warrior. I like it.
All right. We do a search for secret doors.
All right. You search the room for secret doors, and you do not find any secret doors.
All right. Let me take a step north. And do a bonus search.
Okay. Treasure hoard. Luck is with you. You find a small treasure chest under an old fur containing 100 gold coins.
Right. 790.
Yep.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay, Druid.
The druid searches for treasures.
Gem. Tucked in the toe of an old boot, you find a small gem worth 35 gold coins.
And I move in the other room.
Okay. 1, 2. Gold stash has increased to 85. Alright, so Zargon's turn. I think there's still one bonus treasure search left. If anybody wants to use it, of course, just let me know.
Me?
Oh, you could if you want.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, I guess I should have said something earlier, but okay. Alright, you get a bonus treasure search. Gold! You rummage through several items of clothing and it reveals 20 gold coins. So 105 for the druid total. Alright, the orc continues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He confronts the knight. Alright, knight. You see an orc before you with his sword drawn. How do you react?
I say nice sword.
Okay.
Well,
He kind of smiles. It is a nice sword. Should I stick you with it?
no, fight for me.
Well, if I get a cut of the treasure, I could do that. Did you trust him?
Yeah, I'll even advance them 20 gold.
Okay. All right, roll 1 combat die. Okay, all right. I was going to say if it was a black shield, he was going to say no. All right. He joins your group. And he has 20 gold.
All right, so I'm down to 770.
Okay. Yeah, so he'll basically just keep that gold. So just to explain, so that orc joined your group, and if you want, you can treat him like the bard. He has the same abilities, same stats and everything, but he follows your group. So,
Bard with a great sword and 20 gold. We'll take him.
yeah, he's pretty strong. Just gonna go ahead and just give you a little icon just so you know he's there. Okay. This throne slips down into the trapdoor. And out pops a Chaos Warrior. Okay, hero's turn. Starting with the elf. I'll put him here. Makes a little more sense.
Okay, I'll roll for movement. Does our orc friend have the bard spells?
Yeah. Pirate ones that I created. I mean, maybe he's a pirate. So we got sharpened blades. So that's something he could use to give everybody one extra, or give one other person one extra. And if you can see somebody roll 2 white dice while defending, he gets it back. Get Yo-Ho-Ho and a bottle of rum, where he can heal 2 body points to others that he can see. And he's got a variation of sleep. And there's his stats. And for now, he'll be controlled by the knight. But yes, he does have a great sword, so he's got actually 4 attack dice. So he's an ally. Good. Okay. Where were we? Was it my turn?
Okay, so the elf is just rolled for movement.
Helps.
Okay. I don't know whether something's wrong, because when I rolled, it seemed to me that I rolled that I rolled 5, but it shows 6 on the screen on the window on the board there. So I don't. Oh, it says 5 now. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I'll move 5. So that's 1 south, and
yeah, I'll reset the dice thing. Yeah, I don't know if there was a glitch. Yeah, I guess when there's a discrepancy,
all right. So I'm going to go
we'll go with what MentorBot says.
Yeah, the roll before that was a 6.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's what I had. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go 1 south and 4 east. And I'll arm the longbow and fire at the Chaos Warrior.
Ah, a wrestling move. Well, he could get one too, though, is the thing. Let's see. Ching! But the wrestling move gets him. So what's it gonna be? Too bad that chair isn't still there.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of spring off of the torture rack and hit him with a flying elbow.
Bam! Real crowd pleaser there. Knocks him for a loop.
I will pass to Night Orc.
Okay, Jacer. 1.
All right, and I'll move 1 space to the right.
We need Fortune's boots. Once per quest, you can re-roll the movement.
Yeah, or the knight's boots of speed or something.
The boots of speed.
Something like the snowshoes where it adds 2, so then I'll get 3 plus a die.
I actually have incorporated that into my house rules, but no one's used them yet.
But,
What do you incorporate?
Oh, the boots of speed. Just 2 extra movement dice. Or, I mean, 2 extra points of... 2 extra squares of movement to your movement roll when you're wearing them.
Yeah, like the snowshoes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like something like that would be cool.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll introduce him at some point. Yeah.
All right, and then the orc.
It's kind of like the Paladin. When Daring Paw said that, I was like, oh, we're gonna get him in here. But he's like, oh no, I didn't have time to actually play. So I was like, okay. Well, at least the idea is out there. Hey, are you guys hearing some feedback on the sound, or does it sound okay?
It might be because I have my mic on.
Oh,
I'm not sure. Cause sometimes it's.
Yeah.
Can I get
Someone just got Berserker Fury. Thanks, Vorticon. Who wants the skill?
Can the bard use it? The pirate?
He did say anyone, so sure.
Yeah, let's give that to the bard.
All right. The bard is actually gonna use it right now and move 8 spaces and attack the Chaos Warrior.
Okay. Ha ha! He draws his great sword.
Okay. And that doubles the skulls?
Well, no, it says. Okay,
that's the.
battle
I can add my 2 defense.
Yeah, because right now he only has 2 defense, so you could substitute those or add those to
All
attack
right,
with.
I'll do it.
Man, he's taking a big risk, but okay.
4.
Wow. Okay. All right, the Chaos Warrior tries to take down the Orc Mercenaries' attack. He's able to deflect 2 of them, but the other 2 get through. Got him.
Awesome. All right, now I look at the druid and I say, "Hey, that's a nice helmet." I don't know if I can wear helmets either. Can I? Can a bard wear a helmet? Pirate?
Yeah, he doesn't get the special defense bonus. Oh yeah, I forgot. The whole time he's supposed to have.
It doesn't make any.
3, right? From the beginning. What were you gonna say, Bohemius?
That doesn't make difference for the bard, right? Because he get what is the
How do I rule it?
what is the ability of the bard of the
yeah? So
the armor?
if he's not wearing metal armor, so that would include a helmet, and he's not carrying a shield, he gets an extra bonus defense. So
exactly. So
the way Doug was
give him a helmet.
He gets
gain 1, lose 1. So at the end, don't change anything.
Yeah. So yeah, so he goes through the he's like looting the Chaos Warrior's corpse there. Sound isn't great on viewer's side. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Let me check the stream here real quick. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, it says we've got an excellent connection. Not dropping any frames. Let's just check here. Testing. Yeah, it sounds okay to me. I just hear just a slight hissing noise, as if maybe somebody's like outside. But maybe it can't be helped. Oh, it's great. Sorry. No, it's really great. I like it. Hey, I'd rather I know about it if people are having issues than not. You don't have to spare my feelings.
Or if it's crickets and tree frogs, and it's the swamp behind my house.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say crickets, but just kind of a. All right. Okay. So yeah. So he did good. He's a little weak for the moment, but. Okay, the druid.
Searching for treasures.
Okay, search for treasure in the room with the rack. Heroic brew. You're surprised to find a leather bag hanging on the wall. If you drink its contents before you attack, you can make 2 attacks instead of 1. So heroic brew. That's good for him.
For him, it's like the warbear potion.
Yep. It's honey flavored.
Pass.
Okay. Zargon. Excellent. Let's draw another of these evil cards for myself. Alright, elf.
Right, let's do a search for secret doors in here.
Okay. Alright, no secret doors detected.
Okay, let's head back out then. So we'll go 4 west.
2, 3, 4.
5 south. And 3 more west. Okay, let's pass to the night.
Alright, let me do the same thing. I'll do a search for secret doors.
No secret doors detected in the room. Alright, is the knight going somewhere?
Yeah, let's go to follow the elf. I'll use the full 7 spaces.
7. Okay, you're both in the corridor.
And then I guess the pirate. We'll go to that double hallway if we can. 12 spaces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's as far as he got.
Search for secret doors on the hallway.
Alright, he searches for secret doors. But he doesn't find anything.
Alright, I'll end the turn.
Alright, druid.
Well, I can move 12, right? So I'm going to
Invisible
3
monk.
to the left, 5 south.
Oh, you meant, yeah. Through the doorway, right?
I was in the doorway, I thought. It was a square.
Yeah, I might have moved you by
Yes,
mistake.
so 1, 2, 5 south, 5 to the left.
I was going to have you do the video game running into the wall trick. It's lagging.
Search for traps.
Okay, and you can see its way too.
Well, anyway, I must stand on the corridor to get traps in the corridor. So pass. Well, actually, I'm going to use Pixie on me to get back to full.
Okay. All right, so Tinkerbell floats down and heals you.
I get back my shapeshift.
Yes, indeed. She puts a fresh bear costume into your backpack, along with some snacks that heal you. Okay. So Pixie has been used. Alright, Zargon's turn.
Yes.
Alright, heroes.
Can we have the elf go 3 west?
Alright, once more, beholding the double corridor.
And let's try searching for secret doors again.
No secret doors detected. Appears to be a dead end.
Okay, night.
All right, I'm gonna put the tower shield away and equip the spike shield.
Okay. Much lighter weight.
Let me start going 12 in the other direction.
Oh, moving the elf for some reason. Okay, when you say in the other direction, which way specifically? Just straight to the corner?
Back to the right. And I guess north as many spaces as I got left.
12.
Can I disarm that trap?
Yes. Well, you can try anyway. You leap forward. I know, some people require you use every single square to get there. I don't. So, alright. Alright, you successfully disarmed a pit trap.
Awesome. And bring the pirate in the same... Actually, cast sharpened swords on the person to the left.
Okay, so the druid now has a boost.
Alright, sharpened his axe.
Alright.
And spear or whatever. Whatever needs to get
Whatever
done.
he's got.
And then 12 faces to the right. All the way to the corner.
And go north as well?
No, I'm going to stay in the corner. Just in case I can see somebody defending something at some point.
Alright. He's going to put his
this
leg
way
out
I can
to
see
try
the
to
most
shoot them.
see the most heroes.
Okay. Alright, druid.
Did you see in First Light they made modification to that rule of the traps? Are you going to keep the same as you always played, or you're going to adapt to the new one?
Oh, no, I wasn't aware of that. what happened with the traps?
Well, they specify the to be. I just now I don't remember the exactly the wording, but if in I'm going to find it and then send it to you.
Oh, cool.
Please
do.
They say something about the traps need to be you need to move. Okay, if you in top of the square, and then is the ability to disarm it.
Oh, you mean they're saying you need to use your squares of movement up to land on the...
Yes.
So
yes.
that's a clarification. Well, that's...
They did. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, yeah, because there was kind of a question about that. Some people play that way anyway, but yeah, to get something official in writing. That's cool. Yeah, we can add that to our knowledge base about it. Very nice.
No. My question was, are you planning to keep playing the way you always played, or
I guess I haven't decided.
Modify?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
didn't decide. Okay.
Part of me is saying even when we get first light, I'm just gonna play it the way I always did and not change a thing. But
yes, exactly.
Then people will be like, "Well, but it says," and I'll be like, "Listen, I'm Zargon. I do what I want."
I don't care. Yes.
But
but I wanted to know if you are inclined to follow the new rules or keep your own.
Yeah,
own rule book.
I think part of me is thinking, well, with that, it probably doesn't matter that much. But some of those things, I think, well, they may have fine-tuned the quests to go along with those rules. So maybe to experience it the way it was intended, I should follow it more strictly. So I guess I haven't made up my mind yet for that. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. It's okay. So for me, I'm going to move in the direction of the knight, 12 squares. Yes, and go north for the rest of the movement. Your turn.
Yep. And I mean, there's other factors too. Like I imagine, if we're playing it and the heroes are having a really easy time, it's kind of like maybe I would pick the choice that helps Zargon more. But if the heroes are really struggling, I might, do it the other way to kind of put it back into balance. But I suppose as far as what benefits the hero, somebody said that. They said, well, whenever there's a discrepancy, at least the Avalon Hill team, when they're testing, they tend to favor whatever helps the heroes. So I guess in one case they get extra movement, the other one they don't. But yeah, if it breaks something, I'd be like, probably shouldn't do it that way then.
I think the only thing it does break is to use it to jump long sections of a corridor.
Yes.
Because most rooms are pretty small, so
yes.
If you assume that you got enough movement to walk around and search, you have enough room to walk to the trap and try to disarm it. The main thing is that whenever you're disarming it, is pretty much is that if you fail, you're in it or on that space.
Yeah,
I think the most important part.
I'm going to do a quick demonstration of an example that actually does happen in one of the real official quests. I believe it was the Frozen Horror, where you get a situation like this, where you've got all these traps that you've discovered, and you, in theory, if you're taking the most liberal interpretation of it, you could say, all right, I'm going to disarm this trap. And so you've avoided all the others. Whereas if you have to use movement, you're like, well, I can't get there without stepping on this one, so I have to just do this. So that's probably more playing it as it was intended, because they did it this way so that you would be completely obstructed. So you'd have to disarm, or jump, double jump, over. But that one instance is the only time I think that would ever matter. Unless, of course, on First Light they do something like that. But we'll have to see.
Well, that's what I was thinking with the corridor, is like when there's like 3 or 4 traps in a row in a corridor, and you're like, oh, I want to disarm the one on the end, and you just skip everything and go to the last trap and disarm it.
It kind of feels like you're being cheap. You're exploiting something in the rules to make it easier.
Right, rather than doing your jumps or whatever, or only being able to disarm the closest trap or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So if it were me as Argon, I'd probably study the book just to see if there's any instances of that happening, and that would influence my decision whether to do it that way or not. Because yeah, old habits die hard, but at the same time, I mean, I'm open to trying things. I mean, I tried playing the crossbow the way they intended, and then I didn't like it, so just I didn't do it like that again. So, all right. Okay, so where are we now? Druid?
Did you draw a card? I think it was your turn.
Oh. Let's see. Yeah, I should be drawing another card. Yep.
Yeah, for me, the crossbow should roll 2 dice. Attack. It's too strong.
Oh, that's what you decided to do?
No, I didn't decide to do, but I think that's how it should be balanced. It's too strong.
There's a lot of people who think the crossbow is too strong. So, but yeah, people vary in their ways of modifying it. Now, I do have like a short bow that I added, so I have a 2 dice ranged, and I guess you've got the wand. But yeah, there's other ways to do it too. You could say, well, it costs more, or I don't like the idea of the string breaks or something like that. I guess you could say it misfires.
The only other way to actually make it fair, okay, is put an ammo system, project but it's getting too complex, so it's better just take away 1 dice.
Well, most of the time, the crossbow is the target of the rust spell. Because a lot of times you have your sword in your hand, and it's just like, oh, it's gone.
Well, actually, I mean, unless we're talking about Wizards of Morcar, rust would only affect swords and helmets. I think you're thinking of Twistwood.
Oh, Twistwood. Oh, well, yeah, and that's an elf spell.
Yeah, and that would only happen if the bad guy like deflects your spell back at you, which could happen, allegedly, theoretically. Yeah, but yeah, there's different ways. So yeah, it's like I consider the crossbow such a fun weapon to use. I hate to nerf it, but I guess I do nerf it in the sense that I don't let you hit those 4 close diagonal squares. I say it's got to be 1 out, no matter where you are shooting. So I guess I nerf it too. I just nerf it in a different way. Yeah, everybody decides. Okay, so I got my card, so back to the elf. You guys okay on time, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
Awesome.
Okay, so can the elf head as far as possible towards the rest of the party?
Do you have any celerity potions? You don't, do you?
No, not anymore. No.
Okay. I guess you would have used them if you had. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, let's cast Rock Skin on the orc bard.
All right. It's like, what? He looks down and he looks back up at you and he's raising one eyebrow, kind of nodding his head. He's kind of flexing a little bit.
I've heard legends of orcs being gray before.
Yep. Like, it doesn't matter what you think. All right. Okay. All right. And because of your extra experience, he gets 2 extra defend dice until he takes some damage anyway. All right, remember, he'll get this spell back if he sees somebody rolling 2 white shields, so we got to pay attention to that. Actually, did he see this roll here? No, I guess he wouldn't.
No, we haven't been in combat.
No. Okay. Oh, it's when defending, not when attacking. Cheers, everyone. Hey, Rob Champ. cool. Are you going to play with us, Rob, or are you just watching? So these guys discovered a friendly orc that joined. There was a chance that he would be a foe, but he ended up winning him over for a cut of the treasure. Okay, yeah, great. We can always use lurkers, and you can always interact. All right, so who's next?
Knight.
Okay, so the elf did his thing. Maybe I'll just put a little token here just to remember.
Okay. How many more spaces to the north?
8.
Let me go all the way. Yeah, let me go 8 spaces to the corner and look down that hallway.
Okay, so he's not using the big shield.
Nope. I still have the spike shield.
Yep. Okay, but he can see down that corridor, so let's see what he sees. Well, he doesn't have to look far. There's a stone wall. And a zombie.
All right, Fortune's longsword.
Regular zombie.
Is the zombie the wandering monster?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, you're remembering his special ability. The mummy is the wandering monster.
All right, I'm going to use the Fortune longsword's ability to try that again.
All right, the sword gleams in your hand, and you try again with one of those. Is it just re-rolling one of the dice, I think? Or is it
is it one? I thought it was every. I thought you had to roll everything.
Hold on.
You have to look at the card. Otherwise, I can't have 2 skulls.
Well, I'm getting confused now because there's now a few artifacts we've been introduced to that have multiple. Or that
I know the talent is only the black shield can be re-rolled 1 time.
Once per quest, you may use this power to re-roll 1 attack die. 1 attack die. Okay. So you rolled the first time, you totally missed. You re-rolled 1 and you still missed. So its power has been used.
Yep.
Okay, after the night. The orc ally. By the way, if anybody's curious, the idea of having orcs as allies actually goes back to 1992. It was something that was being considered by the team back then for HeroQuest. Yep. And you can find it in Warhammer as well.
All right, I guess 6 north.
All right, you plod along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And search for secret doors.
No secret doors detected. Druid.
Move close to the knight. Move 12. The monster are gone, right? Or
there's
a zombie on the board.
There's a monster. Okay, so I need to roll. Sorry.
Not as sorry as you're gonna be. No, I'm just kidding. Couldn't resist.
5. So I go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I shapeshift.
All right, shapeshifts. Sorry, I did it wrong. Not sorry enough. Now, guard yourself, the crew. At shield practice this morning, turning.
My God.
Well, if he lands on top of me and says sorry, do I go up to that door space and start there?
No. Okay, so you shapeshifted, and it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Not sorry. Okay, zombie attacks. Takes a swipe at the knight. 1 skull. Cha-ching! No damage. Just glances off the armor.
I should have only rolled 1 green die. I have the spike shield.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You want to re-roll it? For honesty.
Yes.
In his dream, that's how he rolled, but now in reality.
Yeah.
Still, mighty impressive roll. Ka-ching!
All right.
You only needed 1. Yeah, I did give the tower shield 2 green, but only when it's against projectiles. Otherwise, just be 1. Now that I think about it.
I thought it was green because of
because
him being a champion knight using a shield.
Oh, for the tower shield, because I gave him the movement bonus. Yeah, let's just do it that way. I probably said that.
And then I roll green dice for whatever I'm using for the shield or whatever. So
let me write it down so I don't forget it. Tower shield 2 green plus 1 move. There we go. Yeah, as the bonus for the knight. Some of this stuff we're kind of working on as we go. Bonus treasure search for Mordecon. Excellent. And a bonus threat card for Zargon. Ooh. Nice. So that was your defensive roll, right, Chaser?
yes.
Okay, you got a black shield. Oh, and a mummy. Nice. Just looking to see what I could do here. Alright, I'm going to use Ruthless Attack. The hero loses 1 body point in addition to any damage suffered from the attack. Well, you didn't suffer any damage, but the enemy finds a hole in your defenses. So the knight takes 1 damage.
Alright, down to 5.
Oh, nice. Thank you for the... Oh, yeah, that's good. See, these are like details that I totally missed. So the reference card, I'm just going to look at this real quick.
Because you were there, we were home analyzing every single pixel of the photos.
And somebody mentioned this and said, oh, there's reference cards now. And I'm like, doesn't matter. You know, we already had that. But that actually does look different than the one that was included in the regular game.
The wording is different.
Yes. Okay, so we can't just take it. And see, that's the thing. My mind just fills it in and goes, oh, yeah, it's the same card we've always seen, and didn't bother looking. So, okay. So here's what it says, everybody. Thank you for sharing that. That's great. Reference card. On your turn, you can. So there's 4 of these. Take your movement and then perform an action, or perform an action and then take your movement. This is all for First Light. Movement. Roll 2 movement dice and move your miniature up to that number of squares on the board. You cannot move diagonally or through walls. If you are adjacent to a door, you can open it, no action required, and move through it, as long as you have enough movement. You cannot use some of your movement, perform an action, then take the rest of your movement. Actions. Below are the actions available to you. Attack. Cast a spell. Search for treasure in this room. Search for secret doors in this room or corridor. Search for traps in this room or corridor. Disarm a trap on the square you move onto. You move onto. Yeah, because I think the original just says disarm a trap on the square you were on. Right? Cool. All right.
Yes, exactly.
I remember the old wording being a lot longer and cumbersome about moving your character onto the trap or the trap tile or whatever it is, and
yeah, but
even disarm, and then if you fail, you do the or whatever you put them on the trap tile.
Yeah. Even so, the question was like move onto the square. Does that mean like use up dice movement to do it, or you just like place the figure there for free? Was the question. So some people played it one way, you were just like teleported onto the square. Other people, no, you got to use the.
But I understand the old wording really is open to interpretation, because
this is much more.
Yeah. This one is more precise.
Mm-hmm, right. And it's funny because people will read it one way and go, well, it's obvious that was what they intended. It's like, yeah, it's obvious to you, but a lot of us made the decision as children, this is how you play, and we played it that way for years, not thinking, oh, there might be another way to do it. It just felt natural. So then we go to someone else's table and they're like, well, no, that's not how you do it. You do it like this. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's because that's what we always kind of treated it that way, because of the way that the searches happen in rooms, that the disarming was kind of like the same way. But if you ever triggered it, that's what spot you were on when you triggered it, so you were always hit by the trap.
Yeah. So, just for anybody who's curious, this is First Light, which isn't out yet. It's going to be out sometime. We don't know exactly when. Maybe November, maybe January, February. But yeah, there's rule clarifications in here. So the question is, at your table, are you going to decide to pick this up, whether you have it or not, or are you going to just play it the old way? The great thing about HeroQuest is you can do whatever you want. But yeah, moving forward, it looks like they're tightening it up a little bit. They're trying to introduce clarifications based on fan feedback, but also clarifying their own intentions for these expansions and booklets. Because if somebody buys this as their beginning, they're probably going to play everything this way. They may not think about it if they don't have any background in it. Of course, once they get online, they'll see other people do it different ways. Then you decide, I like the way that guy plays it. Maybe I'll do it that way. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Back to it. All right. We got really distracted by that, but it was a nice distraction. Okay, so I did that damage, but it's actually still Hero's turn. Because I drew another card, so the same number of cards. Oh, I have to play this card immediately. Okay. Tripped. Randomly pick a hero. That hero must discard one potion card at random. You trip over a loose stone and break one of your potions. Okay. There's also the backside of the reference card now, covering combat. Did you show that? No. Seek Hashem, we did not. So it doesn't just say HeroQuest on the other side, it has more? Oh man. Well, I know on one of the videos I showed the underside of the glass case, but I was doing that on the board. I don't think I did it for the cards. If you've got it, go ahead, post it up.
No, I think this one was a picture taken from the window.
Yeah.
So I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, because what I
didn't see any other side.
I sat at the table and I went through all the cards, but I don't think they had the reference cards out on the table. They just had artifacts, treasure, equipment, spells, hero cards. Seek Hashem says, one of my players still, after all this time, still struggles deciphering combat. So having a combat reference on the card is appreciated. Yeah. Oh, you mean just the basics, like you roll the dice, and they roll their dice in response. You know, shield block skulls. Unless you're a monster, black shield block skulls. Yeah. Yeah, we're used to it, but somebody who's first time or whatever might not get it. Because, yeah, I always have people saying, well, wait a minute. I rolled these other symbols. What do they do? You know. Or one of the classic mistakes that we made, a lot of kids made, is you come up to a monster and you roll your attack, they roll your defense, and then they're like, and then they attack you, and then you roll their defense, then you attack, and you just keep on doing that until one of you dies. Like, that's not actually how it's supposed to go, but some people just did it because it felt natural to them, you know. Okay, let's pick a hero randomly. I guess technically there's 4 characters, so we'll... Well, he doesn't have a potion, though. Yeah, just 3 heroes. Oops.
Yeah, that's the Warhammer paradox. We can talk about it in another moment.
Oh, man. Okay, so the elf loses a potion. It really hurts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so your potion of battle breaks. I like to think like if the elf trips and falls, he like, you know, he's too graceful and prideful, so he like turns it into like a, you know, a nice little graceful like twirl, and he lands, sticks the landing. But unfortunately, he landed on the bottle and smashed it. No. So the potion of battle is gone. Okay, all that nonsense aside, it's back to so the knight.
No, the knight defended. That was your turn.
Okay, so it is still my turn. Well, I don't have any other monsters, so let's go with the elf. The judges gave him high marks. He lost points for stamping on the potion at the end, though. Well, what do you think, Glasgow? Did we lose you? Glasgow, can you hear me?
Maybe he's muted.
Maybe he's muted.
Sorry, guys, just back now.
Oh, I just pictured.
Let's take a quick break there.
He's muted. He's like cursing and smashing things. Like, no. Too polite to.
Yeah, sorry for the delay here.
Oh, that's all right. Okay, yeah. So you lost one of your potions, and oh, okay. We've got more breaking news, guys. So let's pull that up. Put it up on Still Store. Thanks, Seek Hashem. Okay, so this is yeah. I haven't. If I saw this, I did not realize what I was looking at, so I didn't take a good picture. So reference card. On your turn, you can. Oh yeah, this is. We saw this. Okay, it's just another picture. Thanks for sharing it. And then the other picture. Attacking a monster. Announce which monster you're attacking. Unless you're using a ranged weapon, that monster must be adjacent to you. Roll your attack dice. Each skull you roll counts as one hit. Any other symbols don't count towards the attack. Ignore those dice. See, this is good. I think this would have been a nice addition to the original game. I appreciate it. Step 4. If you roll any skulls, Zargon immediately rolls that monster's defend dice. Step 5. For each black Zargon shield the monster rolls, one skull you rolled is blocked and cancelled. Step 6. Zargon records any hits the monster doesn't block by placing a skull tile under the monster's miniature. Step 7. If the monster's body points reach 0, that monster dies and is removed from the game board. If the monster has body points remaining at the end of the attack, it stays on the board.
Yeah, I saw this card. I totally forget it. Yes.
Yeah, but this breaks it down. I mean, not everybody is going to have like that page of the booklet open as they're playing, so yeah. Again, we think it's easy, but yeah, I definitely don't think this is simplified rules. It's just it explains it more to you. So for beginners, this is a good thing. I agree. Nice. And who deserves the credit for those images? Just let me know in the chat or whatever. Images courtesy of Ribby. Well, that was quick. Thanks, Ribby. Good old Ribby. Yeah, so he did some good reporting there, and I did not even realize. Okay, so where were we? Glasgow, your turn.
Nope. Hero Quest HQ move.
All right. So he moved a skull and the black shield.
All right, so we've got 10, so let's head round the corner, 10 north.
Okay. Ambush. As you walk in, a monster stalks you and attacks. So the wandering monster appears. It's Mummy.
Can I use Knight's Challenge?
Yeah. The Mummy runs over there and attacks you. Okay, so attacks the knight instead. 2 skulls. Combo breaker. All right, you get a wrestling move.
I'm gonna give him the stunner as he ran up on me.
Ugh. Alright. And as that's happening, another mummy kind of just rises up out of the ground right here. Okay. Alright, Elf, were you going to do any action otherwise?
We have searched this corridor for secret doors, I believe.
There's still a mummy in your line of sight.
Yes, you have searched it.
Oh yeah, of course, the mummy. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's it. I'm done. It's the night.
Okay.
But you still have an action, though, right? Because the monster jumped out when you were walking, when you're moving.
Oh, so the appearance of the wandering monster does not end my turn.
Oh yeah. Let's see. This is just a card that I played. So yeah, you can still.
Oh, right. Awesome. Okay, so let's take out that longbow and go for it.
Ah, fine hit. Okay. 2 skulls. Ching, and a hit. Got him.
And now it's the night.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the zombie.
Alright. Skill card for hero. Anyone? Parry and riposte. Okay, so you got 2 skulls against the zombie. Let's see what the zombie gets. Got him. Yeah. So this is where you completely parry the attack, no damage, and then you get to do a return attack, and they defend with one less. That's a pretty good one.
Can I get it?
Getting some distortion there. Bohemius, your microphone.
Ah, my microphone is public.
Yeah, it sounds like you threw it into a bag. Shook the bag.
Change it. Time. Just this turn. Can you resist one turn? Can you hear me?
It's much better, yeah.
I'm going to change the microphone.
Okay.
Can I get the card? Put in riposte?
Yes. If nobody else objects, you're welcome to it.
Yeah, no, that
Go
cool
ahead.
sound effect sounded like the mummy crawling out of the television screen, like in The Ring.
It's got the hair hanging down. It's like,
I'm going to change microphone, so...
Alright, can the knight move south 1 space? And then bring the orc north, I guess, 12 spaces?
Okay, the orc actually could go past you.
Yes, and search that little corner for secret doors.
Okay. All right, no secret doors detected.
What the deuce?
You're wondering, where are we supposed to go? Well, you have to figure it out. Okay, so no secret doors. All right, Druid. Oh. Bohemius, maybe this time your microphone completely went out.
Is it my turn?
Oh, no, you sound perfect. Yes, it is.
Okay. Mic check. I just changed it.
Yeah,
It's
all
fine.
good. All good.
Okay. So, my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to move 1 square south and attack with the battle axe.
Okay.
A
now-
sharpened battle axe.
Yeah, so you get 2 extra this time.
What happened?
'Cause the sharpened blade has
I did.
technically never been used, so
Okay. Is a +1?
yes. So there's a +1 from that,
Okay.
then the +1 from your spell. So 1 skull
1.
and no wrestling move because you're not a monster. You're a friendly bear. Okay, still Let's see what he gets in defense. Ding! No damage. Okay, so the sharpened blades is used up for the moment. Oh wait, but you... Or no, that was while you were attacking. I keep thinking it's the other way around. Yeah, if you see somebody defend, they get 2 white shields, then you get it back. Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Okay. Just mark down parry and riposte is for the druid.
Actually, in a second. How much? Yes, I moved. Yes, I cannot move anymore. Your turn.
Alright, Mummy takes a swipe at the massive bear. Werebear. 2 skulls. Now don't forget you got the bonus defense. 1 extra.
2 extra.
2 extra?
2 extra.
Why is it 2?
Rock skin.
Elf. I thought Rockskin was on the orc.
Parry and riposte.
Using the parry and riposte. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. Rock skin is on the orc. Sorry.
Okay. So he uses parry and riposte. You take no damage, and you can do a counterattack, and I defend with 1 less. Now the claws are coming out. Okay.
Nothing. Wrestling move works.
Yeah. Okay, so I defend with 1 less, so only 3. Ching, and yeah, the wrestling move gets through. Wait a minute.
Yeah, pick a card. Please.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect Plex. Okay. Takes the damage. Okay, so that was my turn, and back to the heroes. Sorry, it's hard to get a good angle. Okay, Elf.
I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Okay, let's roll for movement. I have no idea what to do. Besides going and digging out my Crypt of Perpetual Darkness book, I don't know what to do.
Is that site, bookly site of cheating? I don't know what to call it. 8.
Okay, so 8.
Did we search secret doors in the room with the book?
Yes. Yes, we did. We searched
sure?
the torture room. Yeah, I'm sure Jacer searched that room for secret doors before coming out to the corridor.
And the last corridor, double corridor for secret doors.
Yeah, we searched that as well. Yeah.
I don't know because I remember we searched all the others.
Let me check and see if I've made a mistake. I'm kind of wondering, starting to wonder myself here, what Joe was thinking. Just a moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But yeah, I searched, I think, 2 of those rooms for secret doors. The The one with the book and the one below it.
Yeah, that's right. And I searched the torture room, and I also searched the double corridor. Someone else searched this corridor. Have we maybe we haven't searched the south corridor?
Oh.
Could there be a
no, guys?
Could there be a secret door in this?
No, there's a mistake. So yeah, I was using a digital version of the book. I looked at the real book, and they made a mistake. There's a transcription error. So this stone block slides aside, and the corridor is revealed.
Oh, just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that wasn't Joe's error. So sorry, Joe.
All right. What do my elf eyes see?
You see an open corridor in a new area.
Okay. Let's search for traps down that new corridor.
All right. There are no traps.
Okay, and let's go the full 8 to the west.
Okay, so you can see these 3 squares, and you don't see anything yet.
Okay, I'll pass to the night.
All right, the knight in the corner. 6.
I'll head 6 south. Oh, Tipper's in. Oh. And then 4 for the orc south. I'll pass the turn.
All right. And the druid.
Druid attack. 2 skulls.
All right, zombie defends normally. No, he doesn't. He's dead. Got him.
Yeah, I move just behind the elf. Your turn.
Got to go eat. Actually, this is a pretty good place for me to stop as well. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. See, there isn't an official digital version of Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, so I grabbed one that I may have found online, and it was not accurate. So,
do we have a... It's made me think, though, do we have a precedent for a secret door being on a wall tile, like a block tile?
Oh, I don't think we do. Like that?
Like how would it show up on the map? I suppose it would probably have to be like a letter on the map or something to indicate that.
Yeah. Now, what we have had before, though, is we have had doors like that. Like you could have a door that just opens into the corridor. It's pretty rare, though. Usually, yeah, it doesn't follow that at all. So.
Yeah, but was it Ogre Horde sometimes had that?
Yeah, stone doors in the corridors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That you had to like.
I remember seeing regular doors as well in corridors, but
yeah,
maybe
I wouldn't have said anything, but the fact that it's like, okay, Just explore it everywhere. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Or another cool idea would be like an illusion, like a wall that's actually an illusion and it's not really a wall. It's like pass through rock without a spell.
Yeah, it's like what would make you think that you could just walk through it if there wasn't a hint.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Was that labyrinth? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Zargon could do something like, you walk up to the wall and it's just like, something about this wall. It looks like it's not entirely solid.
Yeah.
Prompting the player to go, can I stick my hand through it? Yes, in fact, it leads on. It's not really solid. It's not a wall at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, good game, everybody. Always nice to have a game. And we'll get to editing when we have time. Tomorrow, the plan, unless I get called away to work, is we're going to do Rise of the Dread Moon at our usual time, 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/HeroQuest We'll be posting the replay of this up, as usual, in about a day or two. I guess usually I post the Friday game on Sunday and then the Saturday game on Monday. Usually works out pretty well. Get a chance to do all the edits, any edits that are needed. But yeah, any other news in the world of HeroQuest that we should post about here? The stuff about the reference cards is pretty nice, so shout out to Ribby for that, and Sika Shem for bringing it to our attention. Little clarifications.
There's been a fair bit on First Light on the Discord in the last few days, I've noticed.
Okay. Well, I mean, a good time to cover that stuff is the Rantcast, which we've been doing the Rantcast on Tuesday nights now instead of Thursday. But yeah, I guess if there's something really significant, I could always try to do an extra show. I've been talking with Luca Pasci about doing an interview, so that may be happening hopefully sometime soon. Hasn't happened yet, but talking about it. And then we've got, let's see, those game conventions that are coming up. Spiel Essen, October 6th, I think. And then Luca is October 30th, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there's always a chance for them to reveal some stuff there. Good opportunity. Alright, so that was Crypt of Perpetual Darkness, so we'll leave off on Zargon's turn, quest 6 here. Oh, Wardicon got a potion here for us. We'll just... one for the road. $3DT to 6th, one for the road, yeah, for sure.
So the 3rd to the 6th of October for Essen.
Oh, October 3rd already. Oh, okay, so that's coming up fast. So somebody
soon.
Soon, yeah. Very soon, yeah. Yeah, because we don't know. I mean, I assume Avalon Hill will be there. So we got Potion of Battle. Because people always worry. They're like, oh, they're not listed. They're not going to appear. And then they, do something anyway. It's like, okay. Who should we give the Potion of Battle to?
Well, I've got one, so someone else.
Which one is the Potion? But the one of the reroll?
Yeah, you re-roll your whole attack.
Yeah, Jason love it, so give it to Jason.
Okay. Okay, so he's got 2 Potions of Battle now. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll stop the stream, everybody. We'll see who we can raid, and everybody take care till tomorrow.
Cheers, guys. Good luck tomorrow.
Cheers. Thank you.
Good game.